It's a draw. It's a draw.
So if your skill level is not there.
So Alexis, such a tight match with Phoenix. So can you introduce yourself? Introduce about a little bit about your background to the fans, to the audience.
Cool. So my name is Alexis Lee. I'm a pro wrestler from Singapore Pro Wrestling SPW, back all the way over across the causeway in Singapore. And I've been wrestling since what, 2013? So this is actually my 9th year in wrestling. And so currently I'm the CWE Vixen champion and the SPW Tag Team champion. So
what is your thought on today's match and today's event?
I mean, Phoenix put up a good match. Unfortunately, we went to a draw, so I can't help but feel disappointed myself. You know, as a double champion, I should have done more. I mean, there's no point in thinking back in all this. So I hope the next time when I see her again, my hand will be raised while she's laying down.
Oh, do you think the result for today's match is fair for you?
I mean, I can't say it's fair or not. It's like, you know, we have our good days, we have our bad days. Today wasn't one of my best, but it is what it is. I gotta accept the result as much as a draw. No choice lah.
Your super flex just now definitely awesome. So like, it's not a very easy move to do, right? It's very dangerous. So did you experience any injury doing that kind of move?
I've been on both ends of it. I know how much it sucks. I know what to do to make sure that I'm safe, but it's still a move that requires me to leave my body off the ring and travel that great height, that distance and everything. So it's like, you know, it still takes a toll on your body. So it doesn't matter, no matter I'm giving or I'm taking. Definitely I'm gonna feel it tomorrow. My body's gonna hit me. I'm gonna go for a massage tonight to try to make sure that doesn't happen. So who knows? But I mean, with the experience, like, you know, wrestling all this time, it's a draw. It's a draw. So annoying.
So Alexis, as a person that has been involved in these sports for a long time, so do you still see this kind of sport as a hobby for you, or maybe it can help you to be financially stable?
So I think for many of us in Southeast Asia, we want to build this scene. So right now it's still kind of like hard to become like a full-time wrestler, right? So we are trying our best to kind of grow the scene to make sure that everyone can thrive and to be able to kind of move on from like kind of the hobby-ish phase into making it more of a reality where we can just do this full-time and all that. So I think right now, it really depends on who you talk to and all that stuff. I know some of these people, they dedicated so much time and money and all that stuff into trying to make full-time a reality. So hopefully we get into that direction. For me, I'm also hoping to bring this into more of a full-time thing. It's hard, it's definitely hard. Because the scene here is still growing. It's still not as big as in Japan, in America, and Mexico, all that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how things go.
As a Singaporean, as a wrestler coming from Singapore, how was the acceptance of this sports, this kind of event in your back in your country?
Oh, actually, I'm very fortunate. So SPW started in 2012, and I found out about them when they had this unofficial match going on, and then I joined them shortly after. We all trained together and all that stuff until we have our first ever official match actually in August of 2013. So when we had our first official match, it was insane. We had like 300 people. It was very nice to feel that, because there's this kind of prejudice that sports isn't that widely popular in Singapore. Like, people won't really support that much. But we've proven people time and time again how wrong they are, because we've sold out our shows every single time. We've even drawn a crowd of like 700 people when Kenny Omega was in Singapore. So that's like an epic number of amount. So like from the start, we were just very fortunate to get the amount of, what did we have? We were on newspaper, we got onto like some TVs and all that stuff.
Mainstream
so
media.
we got those mainstream media on us, so that was like very fortunate for SPW.
So LK, what a great match today. So, can you give us a little bit about the background of yourself?
We have a wrestling school in Singapore called Max, and today was our first time back in Malaysia after COVID started, right? For 2 years, nobody had any chance to wrestle, so the first chance that we could travel again, Shoutout say, hey, why don't you come with some of your boys? So 2 of our students actually came along, DJ Carl and Irfan. Those are training with us.
So basically, what is your thought on this match or maybe this event?
This event was great. I mean, like for us, you can see it's very international, right? There's Australians, there's Singaporeans, Alexis Lee also from Singapore, right? So it's a big chance for everyone to have a reunion, you know. So do our favorite sport, put on a show.
So how do you see the Malaysian crowd acceptance on this event?
Saya cinta Malaysia. I always love Malaysia. Every time I come here, I have a good time. Even back in like my PW, even back with like AWE and now APEC, always have a good time here.
As a Singaporean, as a person coming from Singapore, so what is the acceptance of these sports back in your country?
Back in Singapore, it's been growing. There used to only be 1 wrestling school, then now there are 3.
Wow.
Right, so obviously the scene
expanding
is growing. Yeah. The audience is same situation like Malaysia, right? We couldn't have shows for 2 years, and now suddenly we can all do it again. So everyone's very happy.
In terms of the potential growth in Southeast Asia, how do you rate the expansion of these sports in the Southeast Asia?
There is a Singaporean called Sean who went to WWE. So that alone should set the bar for what is the potential that you can achieve in wrestling, right? So when he did that, it really inspired a lot of other people, and I believe like Southeast Asia is just going to continue growing.
Understood. So in this current situation, is the income coming from this sport can help you to be financially stable, or is it just a hobby for you?
For now, it is still better to be treated as a hobby. But I mean, we run a wrestling school, so there's a different type of business. If you're a performer, maybe not, the matches are not frequent enough for you to make a full-time income. But then, if you go to WWE, that is a contract right there for 3 years, right? So the sky's the limit. You know, if you believe in yourself, you can go for it all the way.
So in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself in this sports, in this arena?
My calling is in wrestling coaching. Right, so I really like being a wrestling coach, training the guys from not knowing anything about wrestling to performing in different countries like Malaysia. So that is where I find my actual calling.
Okay. So do you have any message for the fans out there to come or support this scene?
Number 1, don't try this at home. Number 2, if you like wrestling, you can either support the shows or just attend training and see if you want to go be a performer yourself.
Do you have any experience of getting injured in the ring?
Injuries are going to be a part and parcel of every physical sport, but for us in Max in Singapore, we emphasize a lot on basics. So if your skill level is not there, please don't try something too ridiculous, right? So we start with the basics. As you get better and more experienced, and your partner is okay with it, then you can perform the more high-risk stunts.
For those who are interested but scared about their physical, scared to get injured, what do you think the most to them to equip themselves to join wrestling?
The training that we give our students or our trainees is such that it builds your confidence and skill level up. So we don't ask you the first move, boom, swanton bomb. Nah, we don't do that, right? First move, okay, let's try this. Try small basic pulls. Small basic, step by step, right? Don't fly before you can even walk, right? So once your skill level keeps improving, then you can go ahead and do that, right?
So you mean if like I just got interest to do this, so I can come? No need to have a muscular body.
It's some people think that you have to get fit first, then go for wrestling. No, you can treat wrestling like a fitness activity, and as you improve, your body shape will start to change, your skills will start to change. So treat it more like a fitness program. Especially that's how we do it. We treat it more like a fitness program than a sport where you come in at a performer level or elite level already.